This is Ada's hamod, a Lebanese lentil soup that's cheap to make, ready in 30 minutes and perfect for meal prep all week. You'll need simple ingredients, very easy to find. You might already have them all. Half an onion, 3 gold potatoes, a carrot, lemon, 2 garlic cloves, and 1 cup of brown lentils. The secret ingredient, Swiss chard, a bunch of cilantro, and for spices, olive oil, cumin, and salt. Let's start with the preparation. Cut the onion in half, peel off the skin, and chop 1/2 finely. The smaller you chop it, the better. Then set it aside. Peel the potatoes and chop them into small cubes. It's important for the potatoes to be small so the flavor melts beautifully. Make sure they're about 1 inch in size. Do the same with the carrot. I cut it in half, then chop each part into very small cubes. After you finish, transfer them to a bowl. Next, chop the Swiss chard, including the pink stems. They're a good source of iron, and set it aside. Chop the cilantro roughly and add it on top of the Swiss chard. Squeeze the lemon into a glass. You can add more juice if you like it tangy. For this quantity, I used 1.5 lemons. Now, as we have everything prepared, the rest is easy. For cooking, in a stainless steel pan, add about 1/3 cup of olive oil. Because for us, it's an oil-free day, I sauteed the veggies in water instead. Either way, it's gonna be very delicious. If you want to follow my method, add 1/3 cup of water and let them saute until there is no water left. You'll need to watch closely if you saute with water so it doesn't burn. After about 5 to 7 minutes, add the rinsed lentils, followed by 1 liter of hot boiling water. Cover with a lid and let it cook for 20 minutes on a medium flame. In a separate pan, add the minced garlic and saute it for a minute in olive oil, about another 1/3 cup, or water instead. Let it cook for about a minute, then add the greens, the cilantro and the Swiss chard. Try not to make a mess like I did, if possible. Mix and let it simmer for about 5 minutes until everything is well combined. Meanwhile, the lentils should be cooked and it's time to add the greens mixture on top. Give it a good mix, then add the spices, about 1 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. Let them blend together beautifully. I also add another cup of water just to make the soup a bit more liquidy. Cover and bring it to a boil for another 5 minutes. After that, add the lemon juice. Give it a quick stir and serve the soup in a bowl. Wow. You want more? I want more too. Just lentils and some tomato sauce. And dinner or lunch is ready. Begin by rinsing 1 cup of yellow lentils under cold water. Transfer them to a pan with approximately 3 cups of water, about 3 times the volume of lentils. Cover with a lid and bring to a simmer over medium heat. Meanwhile, prepare the aromatics. Finely chop 2 cloves of garlic, or more if you prefer a stronger garlic flavor. I recommend chopping instead of mincing, as it creates a gentler infusion when sautéed. Add the chopped garlic and grate in roughly a teaspoon of fresh ginger. Stir for about a minute over medium heat, just enough to release the aroma, but be careful not to burn them as olive oil has a low smoke point. Next, incorporate the tomato base. Add half a cup of quality tomato sauce. If unavailable, 2 ripe, juicy tomatoes can be used as a substitute. Let the mixture simmer for 5 to 7 minutes, allowing the flavor to melt. It may appear slightly oily, but it will blend beautifully with the lentils. Returning to the lentils. Once they're halfway cooked, stir in a teaspoon of salt for even seasoning. Recover and continue cooking until most of the water is absorbed. Occasionally you may notice foam rising to the surface. Feel free to skim it off with a spoon if desired. Let's do a quick test for the lentils to check if they are ready. I take on a spoon some lentils and try to mash them. As you can see, few more minutes are ideal if possible, so I just add about another half a cup of water. It's not mandatory, but I like them as tender as it can get. Give it a quick stir and let them cook for another 5 minutes or so. Finally, combine the 2 components, pour the tomato mixture over the cooked lentils, and stir thoroughly. The result is a rich, aromatic dish with beautifully balanced flavors. Just make sure to add homemade pita bread. You're gonna have it on the menu every week. We are on the road again, traveling with kids, staying in an Airbnb. bags everywhere, toys everywhere, but with this $5 soup I'll get you covered. This whole thing takes about 30 minutes, uses very basic ingredients, and proves that even in an Airbnb kitchen, missing half of your tools, you can still make something delicious. First thing, I'm chopping one onion as finely as I can. Now remember, this is me cooking with kids around in a new country, so my apologies for bad lighting. Into the pot, it goes with a little olive oil or whatever oil you have on hand. If you have garlic, add about 2 cloves of minced garlic here as well. I totally forgot to tell my husband to buy some, so no garlic today, but if you have it, it makes the soup even better. We're going to saute this for about 5 minutes until just it softens. While that's happening, I'm chopping 1 carrot into the tiniest cubes I can manage. Again, tiny helps the soup cook faster, especially on busy days. Toss the carrots into the pot and saute for another minute or 2. By this time, the kitchen already smells so cozy and homely, even though it's not our real home. Next up, potatoes. I'm cutting them into small cubes and adding them right to the pot. This is the perfect time to season with salt. You can add pepper, cumin, paprika, whatever you like, but because we're on the move and my spice collection is basically non-existent right now, I'm keeping it simple with just salt. And honestly, it turns out amazing. After a couple of minutes of sauteing everything together, add water, or if you're lucky enough to have some vegetable broth, even better. Cover it and let it simmer for about 7 to 10 minutes until the potatoes start to soften. Now let's talk about peas and tomatoes. Peas go so well with tomatoes, they're like a classic combo. At first I thought I'd need 3 tomatoes, but 2 ended up being perfect. I graded mine because I wanted all that juicy tomato goodness without having to chop them. Again, cooking with limited tools. You can absolutely use canned tomatoes or tomato sauce if that's easier. Once the potatoes are cooked, I add the peas. I'm using pre-cooked peas to save time. I rinse them quickly under water and then pour them straight into the soup. Give that a stir, bring everything back to a light boil, and then add the tomato. Let it cook together for about 5 more minutes. At this point, the soup is already smelling amazing. So warm, so comforting, and so budget friendly. And now for the most important ingredient, fresh dill. This is what makes the soup taste really good. Chop it finely and add it right at the very end once everything is cooked. Don't cook the dill too long, just drop it in, give it a gentle stir, and turn off the heat. The fragrance is incredible. And that's it, a delicious, warming $5 soup made in an Airbnb with kids around and boxes everywhere. If I can do this in this chaos, trust me, you can do it too. If you enjoyed this quick travel-friendly recipe, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me what easy meals you make when you're traveling on short time. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you in the next one. If you're looking for a cheap, nutritious dinner that you can easily make in an Airbnb while traveling, you absolutely need to try this simple spinach and lentil curry. It uses basic ingredients, doesn't require any fancy equipment, and comes together with almost no effort, perfect for a cozy meal on the road. Start by bringing a pot of water to a boil. Nothing complicated here, just enough water to comfortably cover your lentils. Once it's bubbling, add in your 2 cups of dried lentils. You can use red, green or brown depending on what you find at the store. Let the lentils cook for around 20 minutes or until they're soft and tender. Give them a stir every now and then so they cook evenly. While the lentils are doing their thing, grab 1 medium white onion and chop it finely. This will add a nice base of flavor to the curry. Heat a little oil in a pan, olive oil, vegetable oil, whatever you got, and saute the onion for about 5 to 6 minutes until it turns soft. Next, add in about 3 cloves of garlic, minced or chopped, and saute that for another minute. You want the garlic to become fragrant but not burnt. Now it's time to build the flavor. Add a combination of red chili powder, ground coriander, curry powder, cumin, and a bit of turmeric. Cook the spices for about a minute to wake them up and help them release their aroma. While the spices are smelling amazing, add in a couple of chopped tomatoes. Season them right away with a pinch of salt and a little black pepper. Let them cook for about 5 minutes, stirring gently until they soften and start to break down into a thick, saucy mixture. This will become the flavorful base that ties the whole curry together. When the tomatoes are fully cooked and the lentils are soft, pour the tomato mixture into the pot of lentils. Stir everything together so the spices coat the lentils evenly. Now grab a whole box of fresh spinach. Add it straight into the pot. It may look like a lot at first, but spinach cooks down dramatically. Stir it in, and if the mixture looks too thick, add a small splash of water. Season again with a little salt and pepper, then let the curry simmer for another 5 minutes. Season again with a little salt and pepper, then let the curry simmer for another 5 to 10 minutes. This helps all the flavor blend and gives you a chance to adjust the consistency to your liking. If you want it thicker, simmer longer. If you want it thinner, add a bit more water. Once everything is soft, creamy, and beautifully combined, your spinach and lentil curry is ready to serve. For the perfect finishing touch, squeeze a bit of fresh lemon juice over the top right before eating. It brightens the whole dish and balances the spices perfectly. Serve this with some steamed rice if you have access to a pot or rice cooker, and if it happens to find fresh naan at a local bakery or market, even better.